This is White versus the Sicilian, Lesson 7, Part 3. Queen d2, Knight a5, b3. This is necessary to prevent Black's 14th move of Knight c4, but White's loosened queenside pawns might raise some eyebrows, and Topov certainly thought that he might be able to play for the initiative on the queen side. Unfortunately for him, the attempt proved a disaster. Rook b8, Rook a d1. Adam improves the layout of his pieces with the eventual aim of advancing e4 to e5. He is also waiting to see if his opponent will overpress, a typical case of know thy opponent, as the Bulgarian grandmaster soon becomes overconfident in his pursuit of active play. Note, there are always two ways of winning a game of chess. Either you go for your opponent's throat, or you give him a rope with which to hang himself. Knight c6, Bishop f2. The bishop heads for g3, where it supports an e4, e5 advance, and could embarrass the black queen and rook on b8. In chesspublishing.com, Grandmaster Kostin suggested that e5 was worth a try. When d takes e5, knight takes e6, b takes c6, f takes e5, knight d5, and bishop d4, plans knight to e4 and bishop to h5. So now black moves knight d7. Bishop g3, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, b5, a takes b5, a takes b5, b4. The black b-pawn is stopped in its tracks, and the black knight is denied c5. g6. Now, the move, black's 21st move of bishop g7 looks as if it would be awkward to meet, but Adam seizes his chance. Perhaps black should have played here e5, even though it leaves a hole on d5. e5. Now, after d takes e5, f takes e5, White's rook has the open f file, and the knight can enter the fray via e4, followed by landing on d6 or f6 at the right moment. Topolov's attempt to keep the center blocked will prove spectacularly unsuccessful. f5. G takes f5, knight takes d5. Queen c4. Now black is ripped to shreds after e takes d5, e6, when the hanging black queen, knight, and rook on b8. If the hanging black queen, knight, and rook on b8 weren't enough, black also has to reckon with e takes f7 check, king takes f7, and bishop h5 check. Queen d2, h6, h3. Garry Kasparov, one of the spectators at this match, was very impressed by this simple move which rules out any defense based on queen g4. It is all too easy to get overexcited during attack and spend all your time looking at explosive ways to finish the game. But sometimes it is a quiet preventative move that proves to be a killer. E takes d5, bishop takes d5, queen takes b4, c3, queen c5, rook takes f5. Now black has to resort to desperate remedies to avoid immediate disaster on f7. Rook e6, rook takes f7 anyways. Dun dun dun. Knight b6. Black wouldn't survive very long after. King takes f7, queen f4 check, king e8, bishop takes e6, what do we have here? Yeah, there's a mate looming all over that place there. So he doesn't take it. Knight b6. Rook d f1. Knight takes d5. Rook takes f8 check. Queen takes f8. Rook takes f8 check. King takes f8. Queen takes d5. The dust has settled, and white has a queen for 2 pawns, a queen and 2 pawns for a rook and a bishop. This is too much, even for the reigning FID world champion. King e8, bishop h4, bishop d7, bishop f6, b4, queen e4, bishop c8, c takes b4, rook b7, queen g6 check, king d7, queen takes h6, king c7, queen f4, king b8, h4, rook c7, h5. Note, Tolpov was punished here for his over-optimism, but don't forget that it was his determination to win every game as white or black that has made him the #1 player in the world at the time of his defeat. You will no doubt lose some games in trying to beat the Sicilian, some as horribly as Tolpov, but as long as you don't lose heart, you will be rewarded for your positive play with a lot of wins.